Open borders, open hearts. No two countries are as intimately bound and their destinies interlinked as India and Nepal. Now these fraternal ties, bound by ties of geography, history and culture, are set to get a new momentum as India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi heads on his maiden trip to Nepal, the first bilateral visit by an Indian Prime Minister in the last 17 years. This will be Prime Minister Modi's second trip to a neighbouring country, the first being Bhutan, within months of taking charge of the world's most vibrant democracy. The visit underscores the importance India attaches to nurturing its multi-layered ties with Nepal and the primacy of South Asia in India's foreign policy calculus.
The focus of this visit is simply to nurture a very vital relationship for India with a country with whom we have deep ties. The signal that is going out to the Nepalese people is that the new government wishes to engage with their leadership on terms of equality. And in that sense, it's to develop a habit of cooperation between India and Nepal that this is a fresh start. We have always welcomed visitors from Nepal. All the previous prime ministers of Nepal, with maybe one or two exceptions, have come to New Delhi, and Prime Minister Modi's decision to go to Nepal soon after his visit to Bhutan underlines the very great importance that India places on this relation.
Reinvigorating diplomatic and economic relations will top the agenda of Prime Minister Modi during his interaction with Nepal's political leaders and the business elite. The economic fortunes of India and Nepal are intertwined. Two-thirds of Nepal's foreign trade is with India, with bilateral trade estimated to be around $5 billion. India accounts for 47% of foreign direct investment in Nepal. Since 1996, Nepal's exports to India have burgeoned more than 11 times and bilateral trade more than 7 times. Indian companies are the biggest investors in Nepal, accounting for about 40% of total approved foreign direct investments. Home to pristine and cascading rivers, Nepal is potentially an economic powerhouse of the region, and India is more than willing to enable Nepal to harness the potential of hydropower cooperation, which could prove to be a game changer, not just for the economic fortunes of Nepal, but also for India-Nepal relations.
One particular issue which can transform the fiscal balance of Nepal, which can lead to generation of employment, redressal of their trade imbalance with India and with the rest of the world, is the development of hydropower. Nepal is sitting on 100,000 megawatts plus of electricity, of which almost half is through run-of-the-river projects. And were Nepal to harness this potential, it will become the richest country not of South Asia, but of Asia as a whole. So, one element which we have to pursue is, and for that the Nepalese people and government will have to take a decision of how to make the best use for the Nepalese interest, first and foremost, of the natural endowment of Nepal, which is unparalleled in South Asia.
Co-creating a realm of prosperity is the mantra that animates the development partnership between India and Nepal. With Nepal looking to bolster its infrastructure and create a better life for its people, India is committed to being an equal partner in the neighboring country's journey of national transformation. India has already extended 2 lines of credit of $100 million and $250 million to the government of Nepal. The development partnership spans a wide arc, with India building highways, bridges, optical fiber links, medical colleges, trauma centers, polytechnics, schools, hospitals and health centers. Around 400 small development projects being undertaken in various districts of Nepal have done a world of good to ordinary Nepalese people. If India has been generous with funds, friendship and expertise, Nepal too has shown a big heart, empathy and supported India untiringly in international fora. Indians living in Nepal send home remittances worth millions of dollars. The cooperation between the law enforcement agencies of the two countries is simply exemplary.
The other threat that we face is that terrorist and insurgent elements take shelter in Nepal or transit from Nepal to India. And for this, we have exemplary police to police and law enforcement agency to law enforcement agency cooperation between our two countries. And this type of cooperation must continue.
At the end of it all, beyond calculations of geopolitics and economics, what animates India-Nepal relationship is an uninterrupted flow of people between the two countries. The facts and figures tell their own story. There are 6 million Nepalese working in India, and there are 600,000 Indians who made Nepal their home. Nepalese can work in India without a work permit, open bank accounts, and own property. Besides, there are 60 flights per week between the two countries. 20% of all tourists visiting Nepal are from India, and around 40% of tourist flows to Nepal are through India. This is indeed a rich mosaic to weave a new chapter in India-Nepal relations. It takes two to tango, and the desire to build stronger and more rounded relations had never been stronger on both sides of the border. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's journey to Nepal is poised to be a milestone in pitching the India-Nepal relations onto a higher trajectory, and looks set to open up new vistas of win-win opportunities, bringing the two fraternal neighbors closer in a web of co-prosperity.